So I thought I'd do two videos today because I kind of mentioned a little bit of this in the first video when I was talking about my sister-in-law reaching out to try to have a relationship with my kids magically all of a sudden. But I did kind of touch into a small little area about my oldest having issues mentally and that we're seeking therapy for it. And let me go into more detail about that. They've been in therapy for a couple years now, and it's not that multiple personality disorder, but it's something where they take their emotions and separate them and create different characters out of it. So it's very hard to deal with because we had no idea what was going on. Plus they're Asperger's as well, which makes them socially awkward. And why I'm saying all this is because in the past, my oldest sister has 2 kids and my other sister has 1. And well, I wouldn't say the one that the one that always stirs up the pot, I wouldn't say she did this as much as my older sister did. My older sister was notorious for doing this, but she always kept her sons away from my oldest. Every time we had a family gathering, my oldest always kind of sat in the living room and wanted to just be on the tablet and just kind of do their own thing. And that's kind of what autistic kids tend to do, is they kind of like to be on their own, which is fine. But she also got agitated real easy, so hence why she had issues at school as well, is that kids would agitate her and then she wouldn't be in fights a lot. And for the most part, most kids didn't really like her and or went out of their way to say hi, or literally we would say hi and they would look as if we didn't exist. That's what I would see all the time. So with that was her whole experience at school for years. And then being in my own family gatherings and having that same exact treatment. So my older sister would make sure her sons stayed away from her. And every time they would go into the living room at all, and they're about 5 years difference, she would shoo them away immediately. No, you got to go. Let's go this way. Always. And I remember when my oldest was a little kid, 4 or 5 years old. And I remember, it just bothers me that she would ask, hey, can you play with me? And this was before my sister and her husband had their sons. So, and they would say, no, not right now. And they never did play with her. And it just amazes me. Why didn't I stick up for her? It bothers me that I didn't say anything. I just didn't want to be part of anything. I didn't want to be, because my sisters always attacked me anyway about anything. And I never hear the end of it anyway, and I just didn't want to make things worse. So I was just like, let's just blend in. You do you. If you want to be on the tablet, just do that. And just get this family gathering over with. Not all the time for family gatherings. They were fun sometimes. I'm not going to say they always sucked or anything, but I just knew if my kid got agitated, that would just make it even worse. And I would never hear the end of it for the rest of my life. And even, just the fact that if they didn't even say hi, oh, good Lord. I'd get the phone call the next day. Gosh, your kid is so rude. Or just, the fact that she wasn't very graceful, so she would walk hard. Why does she walk so hard? Everything was always complaining, and to a point where I was almost, I don't know why she walks so hard, or I don't know why she's so awkward. I was starting to have that same attitude. And so now, fast forward to now, and talking to the therapist, we're trying to figure out, well, first off, thank you for diagnosing this, because what the hell? This was really hard to deal with. And she goes, imagine being a little kid and being rejected, even from your own family. How would you feel? So it's just wow, yeah, it's horrible. I know what it's like to be the third wheel, but I didn't get that at school. I wasn't also socially awkward at school as well, so I didn't get it everywhere I went. Now, my husband's family, they are not like that. In fact, they have another child and a couple kids on the spectrum on their end, so they understand it, and they're older than my kids, so they've already been through certain stages, and they didn't blink an eye if she was rude or said something that was obnoxious or whatever. It didn't matter. But my family, good God, I would tell them, hey, she's on the spectrum. This is what you expect, Didn't matter. It's almost like Groundhog's Day. It'd start all over again every day, especially with my mom. Read up on it. Good Lord. So this is the crap I'm talking about. Not being accepted, always being the outcast, and then they just completely reject you at the gathering. So, it just really makes me mad, but definitely makes me confirm why I would not want them to have a relationship with my kids. They act like they care. They do not care. So I mean, they're just pulling this crap. These smear campaigns, probably telling other cousins, I don't even care at this point. I'm at a certain age where I don't really care. Hopefully people won't believe them. Anyway, thanks for listening, and if you want to comment, and if you have anything that you went through similar, just let me know, and thanks for watching. Bye.